Arsenal had a pretty good season last year, and they'll look to build on it this time around. That means getting the right players in the right positions and using the right tactical structure, and we'll dive into all of that today. Tactics are the first thing to discuss, and here's the rough defensive shape. It'll be a 4-3-3. Three at the front will press quite hard because Arteta likes to play that nice positive game of football. The midfield's a little bit more complicated. You'll have Rice sitting, and then Havertz and Odegaard probably will push a little bit more aggressively, and your back four is a back four. However, when the club has the ball, there's a nice transition into the sort of 3-2-2-3 shape that lots of clubs are using with the box midfield. Now, clubs are using this for a few reasons. You've got 4 players in midfield, which gives you control over basically any team looking to play a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, anything like that. And it gives you a nice solid defensive base with 3 players, whilst not sacrificing the width that wingers gives you. Considering the lack of a real right-back at Arsenal and the way that Zinchenko is effectively a midfielder, it just makes sense to play this way. Now onto the defensive line, and it basically picks itself. Ramsdale in net is pretty obvious, with Ben White at right back tucking inside. Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba, assuming that he's fit. At left back you've got Zinchenko, but as I said, he pushes up into midfield, offering that little bit of stability. While some of you might be, in the words of Kesha, yelling timber right now, he's not at the club yet, and I don't know if he pushes either of the starting centre-backs out immediately. We'll see as the season goes on. The midfield is where the new signings really start to kick in. We'll start with Declan Rice. He's obviously a holding midfielder, and he'll be playing alongside Zinchenko in possession. Now, Zinchenko does a hell of a lot of running. He's an absolute Duracell bunny of a man, which means that Declan Rice can sort of be sturdy, but he's also really good at progressing the ball, which will be really valuable against teams that are sort of hard to break down. And an Arsenal midfield isn't complete without some really, really vibrant attackers, and that's where Martin Odegaard comes in. He had an incredible season last year, and he'll look to continue it again this year. Hopefully he can be on better form, so we've got a bit of a title race going, but who knows. He'll be partnered by Kai Havertz, who has been playing mostly as a striker in his Chelsea years, but it's easy to see how he could fit in as a number 8. His pressing is maybe questionable because he's been playing up top, but I think there's a lot of energy there, a lot of creativity, potential to finish chances. He could be a nice attacking edge that could also slip in at striker if needed. Finally, you've got your front line, and I feel like it basically picks itself most weeks. Bukayo Saka on the right is completely undroppable. He played incredibly last season. He was a set and forget in my FPL team, and I'm not an Arsenal fan. And I think pairing him with a fit Gabriel Jesus could give a lot of other clubs some problems, because Jesus sort of drifts across the channels and allows your wide players to cut in a bit and be really deadly. On the left-hand side, there's a little bit of a question about Trossard, but I think Gabriel Martinelli is a little bit better as a starter to tire teams out, and then you've got Trossard coming off the bench, being a little bit creative and making a difference. That was our predicted Arsenal lineup for the season ahead. Let me know what you think, let me know how you think Arsenal will do, and subscribe if you can. See you later.